The Ukraine-Russia war is now in its third year, with Moscow and Kyiv accusing each other of using banned chemicals during conflict. Ukraine accused Russia of stepping up frontline attacks using prohibited hazardous chemicals, including tear gas, the latest in a series of allegations of battlefield abuses. Moscow and Kyiv have accused each other of carrying out war crimes and deploying banned chemical munitions throughout the conflict in Ukraine. The Ukrainian military said that it had registered 715 cases of the use of ammunition containing hazardous chemical compounds by Russian forces in May. It said that figure represented an increase of 271 cases compared to 1 month earlier, and that Russian forces were mainly using grenades dropped by drones to deploy the substances. Medical facilities have received again through 485 visits from servicemen who had sustained symptoms of chemical damage of varying severity, it added. Ukraine said the chemicals deployed by Russian forces, mainly CS gas, was used primarily by law enforcement, but that it was banned on the battlefield under the Chemical Weapons Convention, CWC, which Moscow has ratified. The United States last month accused Russia of having used chemical weapons against Ukrainian forces, an allegation that Moscow denied. The Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, OPCW, in The Hague, said last month that the information it had received on alleged chemical weapons use in Ukraine was insufficiently substantiated. The OPCW, however, described the situation as volatile and extremely concerning regarding the possible re-emergence of use of toxic chemicals as weapons. President Joe Biden has previously warned Russia against deploying chemical weapons in Ukraine. In March 2022, weeks after Moscow launched its invasion, Mr. Biden vowed that President Vladimir Putin would pay a severe price if he did authorize the use of chemical weapons. But there have been consistent reports that Moscow has ignored that warning. U.S. Assistant Secretary for Arms Control Mallory Stewart has previously said Russia was using riot control agents in the conflict. Russia and Ukraine have accused each other of breaching the treaty, an organization for the prohibition of chemical weapons meetings.